Hey folks, Rich here, South Florida Beekeeping with Rich. Haven't seen us for a while.
We're back.
We're back. Uh, we've been doing the thing that retirees do, the rite of passage has been done, as it were. I've been retired a couple of years. My wife just retired. So we hooked up our little camper and we trekked up the country, across the country on the northern tier of states, over the Rocky Mountains into the foothills on the other side, and then up into northern Idaho to visit my daughter. About 13 days travel to get there. We hung out there for the most part of a month, and then about 13 days travel to come back by a different route that took us down through a different tier of states and back down to Florida. Took us about 2 months to do the whole thing. Saw a lot of beautiful country. So we've done the retiree thing that everybody wants to do when you retire. I want to just hook up and go, and that's what we've done. So before we left, uh, we battened down all the hives against a hurricane. I did not harvest honey from any of these, leaving them the honey. I fully expected to come back to at least two dead hives. Would not have been surprised if I'd had more than that, uh, given the weather that you've had down here. But as you can see, all three hives were very healthy. As it happened, we came back around 4 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon, and I walked over here, and all four hives were doing an orientation flight at that point.
I was gonna say I count 4 hives. I don't know why you keep saying three.
Well, those three, because this one I actually did harvest honey from.
Oh, gotcha.
I left them plenty, I believe, but I did harvest some honey from this one and opened up the brood nest a little bit with an empty frame and yada, yada, yada. And they seem to be as vigorous as any of the others. I don't know where we stand on any of these. Since we got back, we've had nothing but rain, rain, rain. You look out and you go, oh, it's not raining. You step out the door and it's like, yeah, it's raining. It's just a light drizzle. That this is the first sunny day, blue skies that we've had since we got back. So we're going to do our first hive inspection. We're going to start with the Poppleton Hive and see how they're doing. Over the course of the next couple of days, I will inspect all the different hives here. We'll do a different video probably for each one of them, because otherwise this would be really boring and really long. But we're going to start with the Poppleton and see how it's doing. Like I said, I took 7 frames of honey, if I remember correctly, out of here. We have no idea what we might have. I mean, I may come in here and it could be full of wax moths. Who knows? We don't. All right. Let's see what we got. Jason. Since I keep getting asked this question, what are these plates? Each one of these frames has a little hole cut in it so that you can check and see. Oh, okay.
Feisty already?
They are not happy.
Well, it's been raining a lot.
That stinger. I wonder if these have requeened themselves. They were such nice girls when we left. This is really wet back here.
Oh dear.
The plywood piece has been so saturated with water that it is separating from their follower board.
Nobody likes a wet hive.
Nobody likes a wet hive. Hmm. is not sounding good. Well, I guess I better just go for a frame. I guess they have reason to complain to the landlord. Let's see where we stand.
Can you show us what you're seeing?
I mean, they had taken a lot of honey out of here, but now there is a lot of nectar being brought in. That's good. But these are not happy bees.
Oh no, they're decidedly unhappy. The tone just increased.
Yeah. Well, there's no reason to think the queen's on here.
Are you thinking the queen might be on that frame?
Well, I'm going to at least take a closer look. I mean, the normal logic is she would not be. She should be way up here somewhere.
Can you take the follower board out now? Since you have room?
Well, I could try.
Because if it's soaking wet, you probably don't want to leave it in. From the sounds of things, it sounds like the flight path is right over our house today. So apologies for airplane noise that you might hear. We don't actually live that close to the airport.
Ah, that's why it's so hard.
What's that white on the bottom?
That's mold and fungus.
Oh, yikes.
At least this up here is all propolis.
Yeah. And Burcombe, it looks like.
No, not Burcombe. That is solid propolis. No Burcombe.
Oh.
And as you can see from here, these are all small hive beetle jails.
Ah, gotcha. So they've been taking care of those. Well, that's good. We want to see that.
Yeah. Now, the first thing I did when I got home the next day, before it even started raining in the mornings, I came out and I recovered everything with
your
small hive
Grub-X?
beetle bait, Grub-X.
Yeah.
Because I could see from the rain gauges how much rain there had been here, and it would have washed it all out. So, but the thing is, I lifted this up, and there was no small hive beetles.
I see shiny.
No, well, there's some shiny down there.
Yep, lots of shiny.
Ooh, a lot of shiny on this side.
That's what I was seeing.
Good.
Yep, they're packing it away.
Yeah, not sure what they're packing, but they're packing. Oh boy.
Yep.
Well, they're finding a lot of something. I'm going to fast forward up towards the middle.
To check on the brood chamber?
Well, this frame right here was an empty frame in the middle of the brood chamber. And I want to see what they've done with it.
How's the feisty level?
Acceptable at the moment, but I'm going to keep the smoke on them. Everything up this way is drier. It's just the end of it is wet. Okay, same.
What's it look like so far?
Well, I think this frame might have been had all the honey cleaned out of it. I'm going to take a look. They hadn't gotten to the end of the honey on the ends, but they, yeah, see, that's just nice and dry. Looks like they're putting bee bread at the bottom.
So maybe she's getting ready to lay back in that one.
I would say they're prepping this one for the queen, because there's bee bread in the very bottom and the rest of these cells are clean and polished. Must be something in the bottom down there.
Oh, you're getting close. The roar just went up.
Yeah.
Found her?
Brood nest has started.
Yep, that's the brood nest start.
See? We've got cap brood and lots of bee bread.
Yep.
And lots of bee bread down here. Everything in the middle is clean.
And that side I saw shiny.
This one, all I'm seeing is lots of shiny.
Yep. So she might be on the frame you're holding.
No, these cells have been capped for a few days. She just found her way over here.
So remind us which one you were going to skip ahead to?
Well, the one my goal is to get to this one.
I see.
So I'm just like checking every second frame here. Greatest brood pattern in the world at this point, but solid where she's laying. Oh, lots and lots of bread here. Solid patches where she lays.
It does look good from here.
All bread up through here. A little bit of shiny, but mostly just, oh, lots and lots of bee bread. These bees are being fed very well. I gotta say that for them. I'm going to freshen up my vinegar a little bit. Awful lot of interest in my hands.
Yeah, I've got some guard bees present pretty well too. So far, none have landed.
Everywhere that's not brood on this is bee bread.
I'm seeing what looks like some bee bread on this side.
This is all bee bread over here.
Yeah. Well, I think that's what you want to see, isn't it?
Oh, it is. Right now I'm looking for a queen.
Uh-huh.
This one back in just a minute. We're coming up on the spot where I put the new one in. I want to have plenty of room to look at that one.
Lots of honey.
All new comb. I'm going to bring this over to you.
It's pretty.
All the rest of that comb is 2-year-old dark comb. You can see that this is all new comb that has been drawn. This was an empty frame 2 months ago when I dropped it in there. And as you can see, it's the only one that doesn't have extra wiring in it. But yeah, they built it. They've laid eggs in it at least once, and now they're packing it back up with honey. Okay, that's what I
So
wanted
they may
to
need
see.
another empty frame to work on.
No. We are, let's see, what is days? 15, 16, 17. September 22nd is the fall equinox.
Right.
So
they should be
the days
downsizing.
The days are longer than the nights for another week, and after that, the nights become longer than the days, and that's going to trigger the bees to begin reducing their numbers and slowing down towards fall. So yeah, that's we don't need to put an empty frame for them to work on, because they're going to be emptying out more and more and more frames as we go here.
The nice thing about the Poppleton hive is that the frames are not symmetrical. So when he puts them back in, he doesn't have to think about, oh, which way did this frame face? It'll only fit one way. So you can't put them in backwards.
Oh, you can, if you try hard enough.
Well, they don't fit.
They do fit. They just don't fit right.
Yeah. So now as you're moving the other frames back into position, have you given any thought to what you're going to do about the follower board and about how preventing that backside from being so wet in all of this rain we've been having?
Well, I would imagine that the reason for all the wet was from this, because this is what's saturated here.
So maybe that needs to go?
That needs to to go for now.
Yeah.
I hate to do it, but that really needs to go for now because, yes, I'm sure with the driving rain, even though these boards are all glued together, there's been some soak and saturation on them. You can see it down this end, it's a little wetter.
Yeah, and when you took off the little tin sunshade you have on there, it was full of water too. But I imagine it's probably taken the brunt of it.
So,
are you going to move that frame from the end to the middle?
Yep.
I see.
Just because I'm lazy and I don't want this video to take forever. So I'm not going to bother to go any further. I went to see what I wanted to see. There's several frames in here that are also going to be new foam because I replaced 5 empty frames in here.
Right.
And there's only one empty frame that was over on this side. Most of them were this way from that. Yes, I'm going to take this damp frame and put it here in the middle.
So it can dry out.
So it has a chance to dry out.
Yeah.
Since I am changing it up, I want to clean off a bit of the propolis. Make it easier to fit back in there. But again, the Poppleton Hive uses what was called the American frame, this asymmetrical frame. Look at the incredibly small amount of propolis that is actually on the frame. Mostly just here at the top. It was really a good design. Whoever invented that, I don't know who invented it because I tried getting information from AI Root Company, which was the people who manufactured it for sale, and they didn't keep any records on it. It's really not in their archives.
Huh.
Which is sad that we
can't give credit.
Yeah, I can't give more credit, and I don't have more information. I mean, I just had to kind of go from the physical descriptions that have been given in some of the old bee journals to build it. Now, as to this end piece down here.
If you leave that open, are you afraid they're going to put comb in there?
These have all spaced out a little bit. I have a 1/4 of an inch opening before you get to the back rib here. I will come back later on probably and put a little something in there, but I'm not too worried about it at the moment.
Well, ease my mind and take the other side off of your covering so we can double check if the other side is just as wet.
I don't think it's going to be wet.
I don't think it
only
is
that
either.
End is going to be wet.
Yeah.
The other end is fine.
Because the rain usually splashes up. And you know what it could be? The rain could be splashing off that table that we have next to it.
That's quite true. Yeah.
So,
as hard as these rains are, it could just be splashing up from under and covering all this and causing this problem.
That's what I'm thinking. So maybe you just need to cover that end with something.
It could be. I just need to lean something up against here.
Or cover it with an old plastic tablecloth. Just cut up an old piece of plastic tablecloth, staple it on there, and that'll keep the rain right off the wood.
Yep.
I'm very practical. I don't really want you to go have to buy something.
I wasn't going to buy anything here.
I have old plastic tablecloths.
Yeah, but today I'm going to take that off.
You're going to have to talk louder. Motorcycle.
And I said for today I'm just going to take this off, put that all back together.
But
We
they
saw what we wanted
survived.
to see. We saw what we wanted to see. The bees have thrived. Oh my gosh, there is so much bee bread in here. It isn't even funny.
Which goes to prove that you really didn't need to be here to feed them through the dearth. They
True,
managed.
because I took honey out of here, and they were a strong hive, and they've done just fine.
Yep. Yep. They managed. They managed to find food.
Well, one of the reasons is because, as you can see, there's nothing over here. There are no other hives. Oftentimes through the dearth, I'm feeding up
Yeah, you have
4,
swarms
5,
and
6
stuff.
hives
Yeah.
in here.
Yeah.
So I may be a little beyond the carrying capacity of my neighborhood, but having gotten rid of them all.
Well, there's a lesson.
Yep. Okay.
Oh, your cover is covered. Yeah, maybe
I
you
think
should
I'll
brush
flip
them.
this one around and put the wet end over here so it has a better chance to dry out.
Yeah.
Oh, what am I doing?
I
I've
don't
got
know.
it upside down.
Yeah,
This doesn't hang over the ends. I didn't have that much wood when I built this.
I see. So
I've got to sweep all these bees off in front here.
Yeah.
Because I
Yeah, you can see how wet that top is over on that end.
It is very
Had to be the water splashing up on the table.
I think that you hit the nail on the head there, dear.
That's what water does.
I could have sworn that, just dealing with it in its own sense, that I had this thing well protected. But
yeah, you did.
I really didn't give it any thought to the fact that we're going to have a massive amount of splash from right here.
Yeah. True.
So,
and you can see how wet that stone table has gotten. It's got mildew on it too. I'm gonna have to come out here and hit it with bleach.
You nailed it. Because with this thing on here like this, the water has a chance to splash up and underneath here and pool right there.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to have to get another piece of tin like this, set it over here to keep it away from that splashing table. Okay. Well, this is our first video since getting back, so we will start doing videos again. Both the inspections. I'll say that, and I'll probably repeat this the next time around. Just before we left, all these hives were inspected, and the bottom box on each hive was just dry. Clean, dry, didn't have a bee in it. So I reversed the boxes to put the active colony on the bottom and put the empty box on top, but still in a brood position. That's 2 months ago. We'll see where they're at. And I left honey on all of them. Okay, well, to sum it up, the Poppleton Hive came through with flying colors.
We can't really tell if they swarmed, but we didn't see any cells, queen cells or anything.
There were no queen cells in an inspection we did just before we left, which would have been prime swarm season.
And we only did half an inspection right now, to be fair. But
yes,
I would say you were looking in the brood chamber as you were moving those hives, and if there were any queen cells or supersedure cells, you'd have seen those.
Oh, I'd have seen them in the ones that I looked through.
Right.
Yes, but I was just getting into there. But again, the new idea hive, which is what the Poppleton Hive really is famous for not swarming. So even with more than likely, since they've simply caught a wild swarm and put in here, more than likely the bees that were in here were Africanized to one extent or another, which meant they have strong swarming impulse if they're triggered. the Poppleton hive does not tend to trigger the swarming impulse.
Which is one of the reasons you made one.
Yeah,
This is
well,
one
it's
of the
also the
things we wanted
reason
to
that
test.
this fall I'm making 2 more of them.
Aha.
Everything here is going to go to Poppleton Hive.
Wow.
And considering that means that I am taking myself completely out of the mix, okay? I won't be able to swap frames with anybody else. I won't be able to give anybody else anything. I will just be alone, as it were, on an island because I'll have a frame that doesn't match anybody else's.
You'll be on Poppleton Island, huh?
I'll be on Poppleton Island, I guess, yes.
Huh.
But at this point, I'm kind of deciding that, yes, I really, really like the Poppleton Hive.
You like this design.
I like this design.
It seems a lot easier to work too. Like our top bar was so easy to work.
And it's easy to work. It's easy to manage.
Yeah.
It's easy to, okay, I'll just drop an empty frame here, drop an empty frame there, harvest a little honey.
The only downside is you cannot, at this point, put those frames in
through an extractor.
It's got to be crush and strain. But you know what? You're a really resourceful man. I bet you anything you adapt one of those extractors to take these frames.
It's quite possible, and if I don't manage that, then $86 will get me a Layens Hive extractor basket that will fit in other extractors.
And those will fit in the Layens Hive?
And what I'm going to be, the Poppleton frame, and I'm going to be building the Poppleton frames on the Layens model, just 1 foot deep is all. So, yeah, there won't be, one way or another, I will end up being able to extract my honey.
Awesome. So stay tuned, folks, because lots of exciting stuff is going to be coming up.
Yep.
In the future.
This fall. So, we're back. Happy to be home. See you guys later.